Yeah, that's
right?
cool.
That's right.
It was Ingress.
Oh yeah.
I fucking love that.
Well, and all the rest of these games,
Hacking fucking nodes and shit.
all the rest of these games have to be based on like that.
It's
that
just an overlay
code
off
base,
of it's just an
that
overlay on the
underlying
system.
data, right? It's just an API. Right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right. No, listen.
Yeah, I guess
sorry. We were talking about Monster Hunter and Niantic and how they could theoretically apply this technology. Motherfuckers!
Motherfucking Warhammer Kill Team!
That's not the camera we need, you goose. No, but we were figuring out, like, obviously they could apply it to absolutely anything they wanted to, but I mean, they did it, like, they had like a whole Wizarding World thing, and it seems like you should be able to parlay that independent of, I'm familiar, I know what a turf is, my oldest daughter is trans, I understand that part of it, but I'm saying, how do you fumble that fucking...
Yeah, that...
Anyway, Monster Hunter...
There wasn't a good marketing, apparently, because...
No, you didn't even know. But the Monster Hunter one, so far... What's your Hunter rank? Are you still just getting started?
I'm like at 9, maybe.
Okay, yeah, I'm at 10, so it'll be easy. We'll hit 11, and it's going to be big value.
I want to go for walks now. I'm like, God,
you know what we should do? We should give each other our referral codes, hit Hunter rank 11, get value.
But, so... I thought you could only give like it was a QR code, right?
For battles.
Oh yeah.
For sure, but I think that there's another one that's like a referral code that's independent, like a friend type thing. Listen, we got to get these mats.
Yeah.
Don't you understand?
Yeah, I love collecting mats and crafting swords.
Yeah, that's me. I've done it a couple times. These monsters don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, they're gonna get hunted.
I come in quick. All right, here, now listen. Obviously it's been a minute. I feel like I have mostly emerged. Oh, hey, Ram, what's up? You trying to get that cameo?
No.
You trying to get this guy?
I wasn't sure if you were here. I was actually going back to your office. And I heard you guys talk.
Oh yeah, we're over here.
I'll get you after this.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be around. Now, so I feel like I have mostly emerged. I got better from the Rona in time to start taking care of Brenna.
Oh, did she get it? Fuck.
Yeah. And then the Silk got sick yesterday. But it's not the Rona. It's like, this is the thing. It's like they just got a regular cold.
I was sick last week when I was visiting and working from New York.
A regular cold.
And it was just a regular cold, but I'm like,
you never know.
I literally stayed in a room for 3 days because I didn't know. I was testing like twice a day.
Yeah, you don't know if your body's being transformed into a fucking warhead.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, it's a fun, cool new era where anytime you don't feel 100%, you think that you're a plague carrier.
Right.
You think that you're a servant of Nurgle. But let's see if my addled mind can iterate the initial portion of the program, the ritual.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hello. It is I, your internet friend, Jerford K. Horcrims.
Great so far.
And however it came to be, you fell an ass backwards to Twitch's brewing program. Acquisitions Intoxicated. What is its noble purpose? It's my great pleasure to reveal it to you. It's to give you that which you already own, the art and science of brewing. I am joined, as almost always, by Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster.
More than he is.
Eric J. Benson. Statistically, yes. Eric J. Benson, Azerbaijan, Notorious EJB, Edge. It's all those guys. It's all the same person. Somehow, in this svelte package, aerodynamic.
Ooh.
But yes. And so you know perfectly well that, to the best of our ability, we try to, emulate the hero's journey. There are certain aspects of the hero's journey, because Eric got in at 8:30 this morning.
No, I got in at like 11:50 p.m. or midnight last night.
Oh, okay.
So, Micro Homebrew is closed on Tuesdays. That's the day they take it. That is the day for rest. That is their day
Sabbath.
of rest. Yes,
that's the brewer's Sabbath.
Yeah,
is Tuesday. In any case, so you'll note that our Sacred Crucible is not available. That said, the fruits of a previous labor are here on tap, ready to go. Now, Ghostly was worried. They had smelled it. They said, smells bad. Smells like something fucked up happened. But as you might know, drinking fucked up things is the sour enthusiast's go-to.
You got to think there's something wrong with sour enthusiasts.
Well, there's
They're like, man, I really want to taste like, I want to drink something that tastes like shit.
There's a pervert thing. It's just like, what I want is rot.
Yeah.
It's like, and look, it isn't like we're not rotting the things. Yeah, exactly, exactly. But it isn't like
this is why I think this.
yeah, but it isn't like we're rotting them all the time.
No, I know.
But
I'm
it
joking.
but
I
it
like
depends on the
sours.
yeast.
Yeah.
Like some yeasts get in there, do their business, and get out.
Yeah.
Some hang around. Some make spider web type fungal structures
Bastards.
inside the container, right? And so it must have been a great comfort to Ghostly to learn that the Flanders Red that we chose as a style for the Brood Lord,
Brood Lord.
a Tyrannid themed beverage, is in fact a soured beer.
I looked over at the like ingredient list and like quickly.
What do you got? Are we hooked up?
And it was like Biscuit Man. I'm like, and all I can think of is Soundgarden, like Biscuit Man.
Yeah, he's up there.
Push the biscuits in your hand.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was good.
right.
That was a real guy. Like the fucking
Right?
Blue Man's a real fucking guy.
yeah.
Now, here. So why don't you, while I'm pulling us a couple, why don't you take a look at these mats, these material components.
Yep.
And tell the people about the spell.
So the main ingredients are, the main malts are Vienna and Munich.
Well, that's good.
And this is a classic, I mean, it's going to give us that really bready taste that we want, that we were looking for when making this. Obviously, biscuit comes into play, and you'll see Idaho 7 for a while.
Idaho 7.
Yeah.
So that's pervert shit.
Yep.
I would say that Idaho 7, that's what makes this a Tyrannid product.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not getting any bugs or hives. Well, Idaho 7 is a delicious, fruity mango stone fruit type hop. And so to have that in the mix for a red and then for a soured red, that's a wild ride in my opinion. Like that's an intriguing choice. And then yeast, it's the one that you have to do for this type of beer.
Oh yeah, but this was cool. We used Sour Batch Kids.
Oh.
This is from Imperial.
Well, that actually does have a significant bite.
Right.
Oh yeah, here you go. I can see why you might have thought it went a certain way.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's cool.
This is actually really
You're gonna
neat.
hate this, but this is great.
No, this is it, dude. We trained it after Tongue Flayer, and honestly after Holy Mountain, because when we went and hung out at Holy Mountain with the Voodoo Ranger guys, obviously we spent time with them, and indeed some viewers here might have spent time in their beer garden at PAX. But we went with them to Holy Mountain, and of course, like brewing is not actually that big an industry. Like a lot of the people who are in that industry know each other.
Yeah, totally.
And they knew the Holy Mountain guys, and the Holy Mountain guys started bringing out weird shit from the back.
Yeah.
And that was the first step to like getting to where it's intentional, where they're actually like re-fermenting with a different strain and like layering sour tastes. Like this one they'd done that like 3 times to this one. It's like, that was like my radioactive spider, basically. Like that was the gateway that got me into figuring out what's going on with it. And then after Tongue Flayer, it was just, we completely in.
Yeah, it's kind of like
It's a fucking lemonade. It tasted like a Radler in one cup.
Yeah, it's like swinging a weighted baseball bat, and then taking the weight off, right?
Or when Goku G trained in the satellite.
Sure.
Right? All right, here, split up.
Ooh,
Strong.
it's pretty good.
It is good.
Very biscuity and malty.
It's very biscuity and malty underneath the sour, which is sort of like, that's a lot of identity. A lot of sour is like a Saison or something like that. The body's pretty thin. The taste character is coming from these weird ass horse blanket yeasts and pepper and clove and shit. This is a sour that actually has rich ale body.
Yeah.
And there is enough going on with the malt so that it's actually like a co-equal participant in the glass.
Yeah.
This is a fucking winner for sure.
Yeah, I dig it.
But yeah, that is an incredible amount of body for
It's
a
an
sour.
incredible amount of body.
God, it has a wild nose too.
I like it. That's a winner in my book.
It's really good.
I know.
Now, how strong is it? I'm worried that because my instinct is to have the rest of this cup.
6.5.
It's normal.
I really want to try this that Ghostly brought in, Arthur's Last Journey.
Well, that's your shit, right?
Yeah, I know.
What
It's a creme brulee inspired stout.
Pastry stout.
So
is this a genre, Ghostly?
This is like all my shit rolled into one. It's Arthurian, it's a
British.
stout, and it's creme brulee.
Yeah.
Like
It's Eric Benson, the beer.
yeah.
So do we want to try a sip of that?
No, fuck yeah, I do.
There's something for you. No, the rustic lager. We'll keep that off to the side. We'll bring that one
Neat
back.
cups.
Yep. Yeah. Grab a coupe. A deuce coupe. 450 calorie stout per pint. It's a true meal.
I love creme brulee.
It's a true meal. Yeah, Underdog Ag. If you listen, I am a sour novice, a neophyte, and I still think that it's quite good.
Oh yeah.
If you really liked sours, I think that you would be blown away by it, just because of how it distinguishes itself from its brothers and sisters in that.
Well, remember
In
it's
that
a,
genre.
It's a Flanders Red too, right?
Yeah. So it's going to be maltier than a typical, just because it's got the stuff. But I would say that our malt bill is strategically chosen, of course, in concert with the channel. The once and Brucher King. Nice. Buffon wants to know if I can convince Mike to draw Eric Benson the beer. Well, he's going hog wild. Did you see the final version of the vampire
I know,
art?
It's insane. I had to mention. I wanted to mention to him. I'm like,
The sleeves?
Just draw me as two fangs coming out of the shadow. That's
Yeah,
like just
exactly.
Two fangs.
Just right over the corner, and it's the best picture of Jameson too,
Oh, the Jameson picture is fantastic.
because it basically, like, I try to play him and I try to emphasize how gross he is, but it's like if you have the image in your head and then you see the performance, it's good stuff. Strawberry rhubarb sour. This is from Made or Death
Oh, that's pretty neat.
on the weekend. Yeah, see, that would be perfect, right? Like the strawberry, it's like we were playing around with big fruit tastes just on the hop side, but rhubarb wants to be in a sour. A rhubarb goza would be fucked.
Yeah.
Like that would actually be perfect.
You know
with
what's
a little
funny?
bit of salt.
I've never had rhubarb pie,
Really?
and everybody like raves about it. I've never had it.
Is it not an East Coast thing?
No, it is. I associate it with the vegetable, so I say fuck that.
You're like, I don't want to eat celery pie.
Yeah, I'm not a fucking rabbit.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That celery is not a dessert.
And I kind of associate it with carrot cake, which is also can be jettisoned into space. So
Yeah. I mean, that's like my birthday. Like annually, that's my birthday cake.
carrot cake?
Carrot cake.
Oh no
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Really?
No, Brenna goes and gets it from a place. She gets it from a place.
Now.
Is that 13.4%?
What?
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah, 13.5%. Cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll be careful with that
It's been
one.
fun. We're getting
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see what
messed around.
I can't wait to see what these mechs look like
Yeah.
at the end. But you have how many mechs do you have? Talk amongst yourselves. How many mechs do you have that are in that metallic faction? Because I want to
12.
okay, because I want to like I want to get those dressed fancy. Just elevate them. Just elevate the metallics.
Sure. Well, they're staying chromed.
Oh no, absolutely.
Yeah.
All
There's
I'm
a
talking,
reason for them
No,
being
no, no, for sure. All I want to do is
Zoom, zoom, zoom,
emphasize.
zoom.
Well, presumably, I mean, you know me,
And a boom, boom.
and you've seen in the past. I mean, I want to drop a zoom, zoom, on a boom boom, specifically.
Just so you can
Shake your rump. I mean, essentially. Long story short, Proto, what an absolute pleasure. All right, I used my free sub from Jeff Bezos to endorse anti-carrot cake rhetoric. Yes.
I agree, Frosty.
Oh man, it stays.
Wow.
It stays
Smell
moist,
this thing.
though.
This smells like root beer and then creme brulee.
What?
Smell it.
No, you're right. Why does it have this herbal?
I don't give a shit. I love it. I love root beer, by the way. Root beer is great.
No, root beer bangs. Fuck.
Wow. That's great.
What I don't usually something that's 13.4. That's like
I would like this if it was less alcohol. I would like this if it was like a 9%er.
yeah.
I mean, I still love it.
Yeah, but that's barley wine strength.
Yeah.
That's wine strength beer, right?
Kindled, I like
Whoa.
the Death of Arthur, the Mort d'Arthur.
That's quite good. As a young person, did you watch a lot of Excalibur?
Oh my god, every fucking weekend. I still watch it.
It's pretty
That's
fucked,
my
dude.
that, so,
Those fucking birds. When this movie starts with a bird eating somebody's fucking eye.
Yeah.
Like that's how you know shit's real.
so when I'm sick, there are 3 movies that get watched on repeat. Conan the Barbarian, Excalibur, and Willow. Those are my sick, like, you know what I mean? Like so you're just laying on the couch.
No,
Not like paying attention, like half paying attention, but just kind of zoning. Those are the 3 that are on repeat.
Yeah. So Willow is actually the same thing in my family. Willow is like the sick movie. And in fact, it goes back to like because I had never seen it in high school because again, there's witches and shit, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't really know what it was when it's actually like a fucking like it should be co-equal to Star Wars. Like that original movie, like this should have resulted in a ton of movies for some reason, and it did. This should be a series,
Right.
Not the series they fucking made, I'm saying it should be a series of. It should be a series of films. Now, I think that this is good, but I do think that it's too much.
Yeah, 1 can of that and you're fucked.
Yeah, and I'd be curious how exactly they got to some of these tastes because it definitely tastes to me like some of these additives, as we saw like when we were soaking candy in high ABV beers.
Yeah.
Some of these additives to me have a chemical taste.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I think it's interesting. I love the body. I think the ABV needs to come down. Some of the chemical taste might just be the fact that they made a fucking barley wine. But out of the 2 of these, I would say that Brood Lord is probably where I'm going to stick. But no, that's real important shit. So Brenna and I, this is when she was in college and she had like come home and got sick. And so then I like went over to like her parents' house literally to take care of her. And then I got sick. And so then I was like just there off work. And it's just like when she would come into town from school, it wasn't like she had like a lot of time at home. And I was working every day and then I was consulting at night. So I didn't actually have that much time. It was like we could actually like hang out.
Yeah.
And watch this movie. But we were like so like the fever had us so fucked up. Like we were feeling absolutely everything that the movie was putting out. Like tears. Oh,
I get it.
It was effed. But no, don't you have some kind of it's Pendragon. That's what you want to play, right? That's your like RPG.
Pendragon is my
fantasy
fucking white whale.
Is Pendragon a doesn't it have like generation ship type concepts where people can enter the round table and leave it?
Your character will eventually die and your heir apparent you'll play your heir and you'll keep going through that cycle.
That sounds really good.
But they wrote something called the Great Pendragon Campaign, which is a campaign that spans from Uther to Arthur.
Oh, Uther, Arthur. I mean, that's the whole mix. Yes, Kindled Sky. I think that Kiko just grabbed his, and I got my new inoculation the hard way, but luckily, the version that I had was basically done with me in 3 days. I mean, I still stayed away from everybody. I still stayed in the room and like was a good boy.
Yeah.
I got this far without getting it by just following the basic rules.
Well, now you're super like you got like.
But that's what they say.
Glowing light.
Well, no, because I've had tons and tons of boosters.
Yeah, you got vaccine machine guns.
But now I got point defense cannons.
Yeah.
But what they say, I mean, I guess we'll figure it out. But what they say is that the best immunity comes from having it and having a bunch of the boosters enmeshed. So I guess we'll see. But I mean, we're having an opportunity to test all this because I'm going to Australia in a couple weeks. So, but yeah, Kiko just got his, and he seems like he's in pretty good spirits. So,
that's good.
We'll take it. All right, here. So this Flanders Red, Brood Lord, It's giving ichor.
I dig it.
It's giving fetid slime. But no, that's of a piece with everything that I'm trying to bring to the table. So hopefully the next time we play 10th, it'll be bugs. The next time you and I play 10th, it'll be bugs. Big bugs.
Yeah.
Like I have one group of small bugs, and the rest of the army is all gigantic bugs that, this is the smallest bug. This is the smallest bug I have, and it's this tall. Tallest bug? Wow.
It's great.
It's a lot of bug.
I'm gonna shred the hell out of it.
No. This is what I want. I mean, what I want.
I'm gonna cut all of your carapaces off.
This is the best.
Make them into shields.
What did you?
Sleighs.
There's a lieutenant. There's like a veteran lieutenant, space marine that actually has a chunk of carapace like strapped to the pauldron. But no, the reason I wanted to play them is, first of all, I thought it'd be a curious, like a novel play
Are
style.
you fucking kidding me? It's 100% you.
But it's bugs.
Yeah. It's aliens.
Exactly. But I want to be like the Op 4 that you can really like sink your teeth into. Because it's going to be an overwhelming, like, depending on the point, it's going to be an overwhelming carpet of bugs.
Yeah, for about a half a round.
Well, no, we saw what happened last time. So we were very surprised. Remember how surprised we were at like the Mauler Fiend or the Forge Fiend? Like how tough.
Oh yeah.
Like as soon as toughness creeps up to 11 and everybody has to roll 6s to hit and hurt these things, like this game becomes very, very different.
Totally.
There is such a thing as a hard target. It isn't just like you have one like one tool that fits all. Some of these bugs are statted. They're statted like land raiders.
Yeah.
They're like
they're stupid.
assault vehicles, but they have legs and bugs come out, right? I think it's going to be interesting.
And me too. When
That's what I'm excited about.
Blast cannons.
No. This is and again,
God hammers.
again, you're telling me everything I want to hear.
Me too.
This is what I want to see.
Yeah, so do I.
All right. Let's see. And obviously Kiko's Raven Guard are looking like $1 million.
Are they done?
He's ready to put models on table, yeah.
Hey.
All right. These bugs are on fire.
Yeah, they're gonna be. Oh yeah.
Some fire.
No, I got my fire sticks from my Forge World
Amazon.
boys.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna light you up. Like a
can't-
motherfucker.
I'm excited. Now-
Terminators with fire sticks.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You have that new one that has like the custom. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's really what they needed was auto hit weapons. That's what Custodes has been missing. Oh, skiggity, an absolute pleasure. All right. So, let's get into it. 1225. Hey, and so because we have a slightly altered schema today, Ghost, we'll go to 130 on this, and then we'll just reconfigure this area right here as our craft spot, right?
Sounds good.
Yeah, all right. So it'll be a fast one.
Take no time at all.
It'll be a fast one. We'll bring some stuff in.
Yep.
So end this show at 1:30. Before 2 o'clock, I suspect we'll be ready to go. What do the bug guns actually shoot? Goblinome? Look, it depends. There is something called a biovore, which is like a four-legged. It's basically like a biological siege tank from StarCraft.
Okay.
Right? It's like a siege tank, but alive. And instead of shooting, it can instead fire mucilid spores
Love it.
that float around the table and deal mortal wounds to people that they touch. So some of these guns do in fact shoot bugs. But a Termagant has 6 weapon options, and there's a big picture that shows all of the different weapons that are available to Tyranids. Some Tyranids, the weapon itself is just a biological part of them that they hold. It's gross.
And I'm gonna kill it.
It's gross. Well, you have to. They're disgusting. You can't leave those things around.
Nope.
All right. Travis Gouache. That's easy for me. Norn Emissary. Norn Emissary, 100%. Yeah, some of them are super soakers full of ichor. Some of them are the psychic version of a super soaker.
Psychic super soaker.
Yes, Travis, you sound like my eldest, actually. Yeah, the minis all seem a little moist, for sure. All right, now, so we do need tender themes.
We do. We do.
For today's beverage.
Yep.
Something Arthurian. Oh,
Ooh,
that's
fun.
a great idea.
Man, why does everybody...
Well, it's. I think a lot of people spend a lot of time thinking about Arthurian. Like,
No. Everybody loves the Green Knight. I give 2 shits about the Green Knight.
the old. I really enjoyed the old
Yeah.
movie. Well, I like this. I like the actual story of the Green Knight.
Yeah, it's okay.
What? The mysterious knight coming in? You got to challenge. What? 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 Why not the Green Knight? Let's go down the list. He's green.
That Mergical, I'm not making fun of anything you said. I love all the concepts of making each one of those into a beer. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. The Green Knight never got to me.
Exactly. So yeah, the Arthurian legend has got a bunch of different options in here.
Fucking Gawain.
Did you ever watch the British TV show Merlin?
Yeah, I loved it.
It's kind of
I
fucking
fucking
good,
loved it.
dude.
Yeah.
It's kind of, there's like the dragon cavern down there.
Yeah, it was
and then
great.
it's like blew the budget for the whole show when a dragon going wow, wow, wow for 5 seconds.
Yeah, that was John, what's his name? That was the dragon. He was also the dragon in Witcher. Same guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, Mordred. It's pretty good. We like that.
Yeah, the Black Knight from Monty Python. John Hurt, that's it.
Yeah, he is the Green Power Ranger. I hadn't even considered that. Dude, Timothy Bonsi's coming in with the deep cuts.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the classic.
No, I mean, listen, Mordred, Merlin, and Grail.
Oof.
Grail. We cannot lose. Like, this is a roster right here. Now, Travis, you asked if there are any dragon-related drinks. We have 10, I think. Right around the time we brought the show back, we made, like for the major metallics and the major chromatics, they all have beers that came in and were good.
Yeah, it's
the
pretty-
platinum was especially good.
Yeah, that was the
field liquor. Field liquor.
That was really funny.
The drink of a carpenter. That's a different IP. Okay. That was such a funny thing. Like, there's all these tests getting up there, and then you get there and you have to pick a cup.
Yeah.
And it's like, think about, like, all the effects guys are just like, they're looking at the budget and they're like, yes,
Yeah.
we'll make a bunch of cups.
Yeah. Just
We'll lay them
all the
around. We're going to
cups.
buy cups. Some of these cups we're going to buy in spray paint, and we're going to put them over there. And then it's just like such a simple, it's the cup of a carpenter.
But
It's so simple.
Yeah, and the best part about it was like, oh, there's only one wooden cup there. Like, even if you weren't even thinking about the riddle, which one do you choose? The one that's not like the others.
One of these cups is doing its own thing.
Yeah.
That's the takeaway.
Yeah.
It's the basis for a system of government. I knew that things were going to be okay when I showed my children the Holy Grail,
Yeah,
and they thought it was awesome.
that's great.
I knew that Brennan and I had done well.
Oh, yeah.
We had prepared them for it.
You show me Life of Brian yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yes,
Time Bandits?
they have seen it. No, that's next.
Okay.
I have never seen Time Bandits.
Yeah.
I know, right? It seems like an easy one. But what I wanted to show them 13 Monkeys.
Oh, okay.
But then somebody got sick, and I was like, let's just fucking jump in, go hog wild. It's like, I'm trying.
So you showed him 13 Monkeys?
Well, no, not yet.
Oh.
But
I
I'm
see
always
what you're saying.
trying to push weird shit on them, right? Like, I'll put a rated R movie in front of them if we're there to contextualize and help them understand the particulars.
Sure.
And if it isn't, a deeply erotic festival. But I think they would find Children of Men very entertaining. That is a good fucking movie. Yeah, well here, now Travis, I'm starting to get the impression, and you tell me if I'm wrong. It sounds as though you might be relatively new around here, and I'm not using my platform to shame you. I'm just saying that this program has been in operation for years upon years. No, zero shame. I'm just saying I've got great news for you. If you go to the Penny Arcade TV channel that we have on YubTub, there is a playlist that goes back to the very beginning of this. And for Omin and Jim, they were actually the two characters that started this show to begin with, right? And to this day, they are still some of our best. They are some of our best beers.
Yep.
So Omin has a couple beers, and technically I think Jim has a couple beers as well. But the sort of canonical versions of those, you could actually bring it up, right?
Not on this,
Not on this one?
The other laptop.
Yeah. War Priest, exactly right, Gecko. So there is a type of IPA called Black IPA, although there was a very specific window where they were too fancy out here and they wanted to call it a Cascadian Dark Ale, but it's a Black IPA. It's an IPA that has, high IBU or bittering character combined with some roasty, toasty malts with the Grant Dark color.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're not super popular on shelves. And, it's novel to have that type of roast character with that type of bitterness. Like it's good, but it's not going to be something that everybody likes. But that's okay. We don't worry about that here. We just try to execute the themes correctly. And War Priest was fucking good. And I mean, I will never forget like how fast War Priest went at that like ancient SCA event. Like that keg was blown the night before. The night before the event, people kept coming by to get more of it, and it was really good. Now, Jim's has Velvet Cape, which was a sort of like a German-style ale, because, the person who plays Jim is not much of a beer fan, and so we have tried in various ways to appeal to his palate, and there's no better way to appeal to it than classic German, or I would say maybe even Czech beers would probably be fine too, right? Just simple, classic, perfect, centuries old, made with care. And so we put one of those in for Jim, but then we made a special version of it called Velvet Rope, where, we swapped, it was a hop swap, I think.
No.
Was it just yeast?
No, it was Tet. We put in Tet.
Yes, exactly.
So it was hop, you're right.
Exactly. So, again, another German hop, right? And those were completely out of control good, and they did not long endure at the SCA event either. Well, no, I'm saying it's for you. There's, at least 100 episodes on there for you to come into. And if you start to get tantalized by the prospect, as you travel through that archive, you're going to see recommendations on homebrewing kits. And then every recipe is essentially visible, as we make it. And like I say, there's well over 100 really great beers that we have been making on the channel. Now it's Merlin.
Ooh.
So that is very good.
So what do we think a Merlin style beer
Tell me what you're going to do, right?
When there ain't nowhere to run.
Yeah, all three of those were good. We might have to come back to Holy Grail in Mordred, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. So what the hell is a Merlin? A wizarding beer.
Yeah, something Welsh. Well, there's a lot of a lot of brewing tradition over in that zone. Can you reverse age a beer? Yes, it becomes you just make a soda. Oat or rye base? Well, yeah, I mean, oats are not a difficult. Can you put it in the overhead, Cam?
Sure.
Flaked oats are a very, very common thing now. Oats don't have the type of sugar content that is gonna. It can't be the bulk of your brewing base just because it's not going to be enough. It won't generate enough fermentables. What flaked oats do is promote a couple things that are virtuous in beer, like a soapy, rich body and head retention on top of the glass.
I would say a British strong ale would be one of them.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna. That's pretty classic. But we have a few like flaked corn, flaked barley, flaked. Well, I've never even had the flaked rye. I gotta try that actually. We have our cool library here, commissioned by Josh and manufactured, I think, by Clues.
How about an oatmeal stout?
Yes.
And I think an English porter would make sense.
English porter, and then what was the stout?
Oatmeal stout.
Yeah, that's inner strength. Yeah. What do you mean I'm not connected to the server, you goose?
Someone's not connected.
I did it. I clicked on it, by God.
Is it working?
Maybe not.
Yes.
Yes? Oh, there you go. Diplominator, welcome aboard. Yeah, Darkness is, Orion Darkness is an amazing yeast.
The darkness? Darkness.
No, Darkness is amazing. It does exactly what it is supposed to do. Now, Michael Leopard transferred their first batch of plum wine
Hell yeah.
to a glass carboy to finish fermentation. Yes!
Plum wine is delicious.
Exactly right. There's just nothing wrong with it. Well, yeah, and this is the thing. It's like we have a neighbor, they have a plum tree, and they resent it.
What?
They hate the plum tree. For them, it's just like work. They got to go. They think of it as something they have to go clean up. Like they're not set up to leverage these plums at all.
You know you can eat plums, right?
Yes, I feel like that's broadly understood that plums are a fruit and edible and also delicious. But for them, it's just a chore. It's just something they have to deal with.
Fucking Seattle.
It's twisted behavior. Yes. Yeah, no, like Damon, I'm not saying that isn't true. The main thing is that they have communicated to us, specifically my eldest, that we can have as many as we want.
Yeah, I would be like there every day getting plums. Be Plum City. Detroit Plum City.
Yeah, well, listen, I feel like they've been quite clear. They think that the strength and novel character of the oatmeal stout is ready to go. And honestly, I'm not even mad at it because, here we are in the middle of September. We're now tipping down into fall and winter. I feel like an oatmeal stout is probably well recommended at this point.
Cool.
Plume de nom. Diplominator, listen. You know this is wicked behavior. And no, it's fine. I support you 100%. I'm glad your internet works. Yeah, oatmeal stout. There's all kinds of angles we can take on this. But the main thing, like the main advantage, like I was saying before, when oats end up in something like this is that because stouts and porters, in terms of body, like that's not necessarily part of the style, but the oatmeal stout gives it the rich, thick, chewy body, and there's all kinds of stuff we can do on the back end as well, because this is Acquisitions Intoxicated. We can choose exactly how that dark color gets in, and there's multiple paths to a high SRM. But I don't know, man. I got to go back.
Back to the well.
Well, yeah. I mean, son of a bitch. Oh, it'll be fine. I'll let it rest. Yeah. You know what I'll do? I'll just put this one here. And I'll take this other one. The foam's already come down. Now, no, what's happening to me? I'm drinking sours. And I'm not mad. All right. So oatmeal stout, what's next? Do you need the guardrails? Okay. Tomboy notes.
So the oatmeal stout typically are between 4 and 6%.
Yeah.
You can go higher if you want. If you want to make it more Merlin-y and
Yeah. If we want to take it a little bit north.
Yep.
ABV. If we think that from a narrative perspective, if we want to go a little bit outside of the style, right? Here, PA question, is the recipe backlog to brew deep lately? No. No, it is not. There might be a couple, but it's not that many. And we've had a few back there, through fermentation. So there's often something to tap. What's the backlog to tap right now, Ghost?
That's it.
Oh, is it? Perfect. So we have reached
We are clean.
we've reached the edge of the map, and we don't even have
Ruby Dragons.
we don't even have Ryan's ancient wine.
Thank God.
Back there.
Look, the fact that didn't instantly kill everybody, that's
No,
that's
I mean,
something.
honestly, that by itself is fine.
God, that was.
Yeah. Well, no, and Ryan, I think that the ultimate, the optimal scenario for us is that this is something that we get resting, here soon, because I can imagine myself, between the middle and the end of October, wanting a oatmeal stout for sure. Now, here's what I like. I see people reaching in for 5, obviously a sacred number. No one wants 4. Nobody. Now, there is a little bit of a knife fight between 5 and 7, but ultimately, okay, 7 is beginning to
5 is like
to
Merlin
manifest.
the advisor, right?
Well, we're again, like each of these eras is distinct, right? It's just hot shit. It's a super cool story. Like, just the Sword in the Stone part by itself.
Oh yeah.
I don't know anybody who isn't like. I mean, I could probably get it out.
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah.
And it's just, I could probably get it out of the stone.
Yeah. I got it.
But it's like all the different versions of it. There's always some big strong guy who's like, whoa.
Yeah. You always got to have that dude.
But just to animate that myth, like the idea that anyone can come and grab this sword and pull it. That gets down deep into something. That's a really big idea, actually.
Yeah. Do have you seen the one at Disney?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You kidding?
Yeah. It's great. And like sometimes they'll let the kid actually pull it out. I'm like, oh, that's fucking awesome.
That's as it should be. All right, now, so 5 and 7 are now locked in battle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Thor's hammer. Yeah, nobody's worthy. Exactly. Not even Thor sometimes. That's the best part.
I don't know.
Sometimes Thor can't fucking lift it.
Captain America did okay with it.
Yeah, exactly. But again, the reason it's awesome is because nobody can do it. And also, it was sort of like he like scooted it a little bit early on, and if it was mad, it was good. Has anybody seen Love and Thunder?
I don't think Thor was mad. I think he was like, oh shit, like it was like a no really type of moment.
Yeah.
Like
Did you see Love and Thunder?
Yeah, I liked it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's great.
I thought Ragnarok was pretty fucking fun.
Yeah, they're all great.
Ragnarok was great. I love Ragnarok.
I like them all.
It's kind of good.
Did you watch the new What We Do in the Shadows?
Is the season all out yet?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Now that Brandon and I are feeling okay, we should crank it up.
Oh, it's fantastic.
So tied.
Oh yeah, my fingers at the ready. I can see twisted behavior. I'm sure Josh is stirring in his bed at home.
Mm. He's like, I'm gonna. Oh my God, jeez, it went down to 39.
Oh, that's right. He was the God killer.
Yeah, that was the only bad part of Love and Thunder.
But
It was
Christian Bale is badass.
Christian Bale was good. The character felt like kind of pointless.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but they have had this issue for a long time. It's like in they got to the point where it's like in like Doctor Strange, the most recent one, the Madness one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they had to make a hero the villain.
Right.
Like they're out. They're done.
Well,
They're fucking done.
Yeah.
They checked out.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready to click. No, Ryan Rogue, you're right. Somebody could just let it go. They could let it slide. But what I'm asking for
It's not that.
is for men and women of character to make their voice heard, to tip the scale, to become legend.
There's 100 viewers, and I don't think 100 people have voted.
This is what I'm talking about.
Frosty broke it. No!
Oh shit. Jux picked one.
Ha!
Ah!
It's 7.
Oh.
Fifth daughter, mammal sounds. You did it.
Okay, SRM. Now that we got that out of the way.
Absolutely. Here, no, hold on. No, Travis, this is something you need to know, okay? Lots of people don't necessarily know anything when they first start, but this is actually part of the process, right? Just like Ghostly says, what we're saying is like, so we're talking about Merlin as a character. The reason the process works, we're talking about Merlin as a character. ABV, roughly, conceptually, maybe an index of strength or power. And, we can come into the story whenever we want. Do you think we're making something that is about him at the height of his power and danger? You go up north. You move into the 7 region, right? Don't feel like you can't contribute because you haven't boiled grains for a long time. We'll boil the grains. You let us handle the technical part of it, right? Here, we're just trying to nail the vibe, and the show has not failed. After years and years, the show has not failed. We don't know why, but the show keeps winning. Now, so 7, I'm liking it. I mean, if we're talking about Merlin, we want to talk about a Merlin that does shit.
Yep.
Right? A Merlin that's ready to act. So let me go in there, put a 7 in for the ABV. Now, SRM. I mean, it is an oatmeal stout, so was it 30 to 40?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, 22 to 40.
Really?
Yep.
All right, here. Now,
So
so put up the screen for everybody, Ghost, because if you don't know what SRM is, you might like to see this chart.
like 40 could be his black robes. I'm going by the Excalibur movie on this one.
Yeah, exactly.
22 could be like a dragon's breath. almost, and fire.
Yeah. Flames the heat.
Mm-hmm.
Running wild and sweet. Hot summer nights. Let's see. So 30.
30 could be when they reforged the sword and gave it to Aragorn. Oh shit! Wait a minute.
Fuck. That's not. No. That's
wrong
different.
one. It's all the same story. Come on.
Yeah. Wait. We have one story.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a good story. Yeah, Occultus Obscura. Merlin seems like a good practitioner of the dark arts, so dark, absolutely. One could be the shiny metal hat, that gleam. Merlin could turn into a blackbird. Oh, sure. But this is what we mean. It's about interpreting the story inside these systems.
Mm-hmm.
And then, let us handle the brewing pervert shit. Although, if you are not careful, you may end up learning a lot about brewing just watching the show. No, they want that black robe.
Okay. Cool.
And they shall have it?
Now, I'd be using this 25 to 40. Now, remember, with an oatmeal stout, we're not really trying to bitter it. We're just trying to offset all of the malt, the sweetness of the malt. So it's how much sweetness do we want to come, really how much maltiness do we want to come through?
Right. Do you say
20 to 40.
okay.
25
Not
to 40.
50.
No.
Not 50.
And you're
We're not in the
getting
IPA range,
yeah.
right? IBU, the International Bittering Units. And also, when we're talking about a Merlin type character, there's obviously going to be an alchemical, herbalist aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Hops being leveraged as a traditional sort of medicinal act, as a tincture. It all makes sense. Just Richie, thank you so much for Le Prime Sub, s'il vous plaît. How much soap do we want in our beer? Now, Micah.
I'm going to say none.
Well, 0 actual soap, but when it comes to soapy mouthfeel, it's an oatmeal stout, so we can't lose.
I don't know if we ever did a Philosopher's Stone beer.
No, we certainly could. Orion Rogue, typically here we use a rolled oat. We wanted to have a stern,
This is for mouthfeel.
oaty spine that comes in and elevates the stout. Some cilantro? No, we're not doing the cilantro beverage. You wicked demon.
Yeah, so doesn't cilantro taste different for different people?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some people, it tastes like, it has like a dish soap bitterness.
That's interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like aspartame, or there's a few.
Some of those things that screw with your
Yeah. There's a few
sensory nerves or whatever.
Exactly. That's so interesting.
Like all those people who can't see dogs.
Yeah, they're wicked men. Now, 25, I think, is very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, Druid Web.
Yeah, that isn't going to be give us a lot more of a malty flavor on this one.
Yeah, the roast character is going to be the star of the show.
Okay, so when we start out with a stout, it's either going to be pale malt, 2-row pale, which is the classic, or we'll go with Maris Otter as a base, which is going to be more bready. 2-row is going to be more clean and crisp, and it's going to let the other malts that we throw in there kind of really do a lot of the talking.
Right, and then Maris Otter has more of a bready, sweet.
Taste, yeah, yep.
Little less clean. Actually,
you have some over
I
there.
was just gonna say, no, I want to figure out exactly what we're talking about here, because we got pale, right? 2-row, right?
Yep.
Okay. two-row, as we know, just tastes amazing. Like,
Right. It tastes like exactly what you want to eat, and like you can put milk on it and just eat it.
yes, yeah, it tastes awesome. Like a shredded wheat.
Yeah,
Classic sweet wheat flavor. Yeah, we've been fucking with this plant for a long time, and we've got it to a good place. Now the Copeland Pale
Oh, that's a different story.
is an elevated version of that, and it's quite good. Much more sweeter, but again, two-row makes up the base of a lot of this stuff, in part because it's going to be the cheapest one you can do. There are practical concerns. Now,
Thoughts? Very interesting.
yeah, it's darker. I would say that the version, it's sweet, feels a little more caramelized. And I would say that it has a different, almost more of a syrupy
Oh, yeah, okay.
richness. Like when the saliva hits and starts to break it up, this is clean and crisp, absolutely. In terms of mouthfeel, this sort of spreads and has a greater syrupy character.
Yeah, there you go.
But again, this is not the only grain we're going to have here. You always got to be thinking about the next one we're going to add, because that's where we're going to get our dark character. So our roast and toast characters, like that's all going to be coming up next. Do we want those to be the boss of this taste?
Did you start the poll yet?
No. I'm
Okay.
putting the name right here. I want them to be fully educated.
I get it.
This, democracy, requires an informed populace, and so I want to make sure. Yes.
Because
Yes.
it's really not working right now.
No. The question is about
The informed populace part.
the question is about how they're being informed.
Yeah.
Like, so while this is running, like when I was sick, I allowed myself to use TikTok briefly, which is never a good
Sick
idea.
bastard.
It's not good.
No, that is unhealthy.
I can't have it in my life at
No,
all.
you can't. That is not.
It's bad. It's a drug.
Right.
It is like, these are the, like Mike Pondsmith, like these are the cyber drugs.
Yeah.
It's like Blipverts
Yeah.
from fucking Max Headroom. Like these are electronic drugs, right? And they are. I've had a week in bed to really think about it and experience it. Those are drugs.
Yeah.
And I don't know that, I have some experience with drugs. I guess it's a sort of drug that fits very well into like a working life.
Yeah, but this is the drug that like doesn't really get you in trouble. Like you can't get in trouble with the law for like TikTok.
No.
But you can
It's a reason.
fucking lose your life to it.
You can.
Yeah.
You can. But what I found on there is that, like, I don't know if it's, 100% the case, but it definitely seems like there's a type of person, and they're not alone, that is essentially being given an opportunity to return to a kind of like paganism, like a pseudoscientific paganism. And it's just like, oh, really? It's like, so maybe maximal information all the time from every person has downsides.
Yeah.
Maybe what type of information it is matters. Maybe information hygiene is real.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, Juck's exactly right.
Yeah, it's a
exactly.
real dumpster fire out there.
I tried some black tar heroin.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Probably still better for you than TikTok.
Honestly. Yeah. If you look at lifetime earnings,
Yeah.
right?
I'm just saying, maybe cocaine better for you than TikTok.
Well, I'll get some. Now, Maris Otter, 8. That's what we got. So let's take it to the hoop. So they want this base to actually have a little bit more to say than the pale malt. They want this to act in concert with the other one, which I think they have chosen well. This is going to be very, very good.
So I think something that we should talk about now is how much oat do we want to put in here? Because that's going to inform some other decisions.
Yeah.
Typically, it's between 5 and 20%. And this is really going to be how much, body and mouth feel that we really want. Do we want this thicker or not.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
much?
Stigs, I agree.
How much of a syrupy button?
Yeah, Coca-Cola used to be made with TikTok, and then they learned Coke was safer. 100%. So sometimes it's like once a decade they bring the TikTok back and put it into the Coca-Cola.
Yeah, just to keep them hooked.
It's retro.
Just to keep them hooked.
Yeah, they did it with Mountain Dew too.
They had a new there's a new Coke flavor. And you're sort of like, well, I mean, how is Coke supposed to leverage AI?
Oh, do you see Coke XP? Oh, is this what you're talking about? Like,
Yeah, I was like, how's Coke supposed to leverage AI? And they're like, it was made in concert with AI, with artificial intelligence. The pop?
Yeah.
What do you mean that
Dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's dumb.
the soda?
You know, it's like if it's not broke, don't fix it. You're the #1 selling beverage on the fucking planet.
The soda.
Yeah.
I mean, and then Brenna, she got me some League of Legends Coke.
Yeah.
And it was ultimate flavor, and it was bad. It was not as good as Coke, and so I mean, it wasn't as good as Coke, Eric.
Apparently AI can't do everything.
Yeah, apparently there is an upper bound on what AI can accomplish. Nobody's fucking around with this. They want the most oat possible.
Holy shit.
They only want oat. Nobody wants any not oat. Yeah, Occultus Obscura, it's like there's a lot of books about this. If you're not, if people are not reading the books about AI, it's probably worth doing. It's just worth looking into it a little bit. It's worth looking into, say, Dune and the Butlerian Jihad.
Oh, yeah, there you go. All right, so do we want to go more caramel with this?
Yeah, I was going to say.
So it'll be a crystal
now we're getting
120.
down into our dark
Yeah.
colors.
Do we want to do a crystal 120? Do we want to use chocolate malt, which is a little bit more roasty in characteristic? We could also...
Yeah, chocolate malt for that choco taste.
It's a roasted flavor, yeah. Chocolate malt's going to give you malty, roasty, nutty.
Yeah, I mean it's very good.
We could go with special roast, which is going to be a toasted biscuity flavor. I think those are 3 really good choices. So is this Merlin roasting fire? Is this
Yeah, exactly. Like this is my presumption is that this is the alchemical aspect of the wizardry.
Mm-hmm.
This is the soot on the vessel,
Yeah.
and obviously they're all dark. But what is the nature of that?
Right.
If we have a bunch of oats have a flaked oats, rolled oats have a mild sweetness.
Yeah.
But the main thing is that when they're boiled, I mean, you all eat an oatmeal at some point. When they're boiled, it thickens the water.
Yeah.
And obviously, we extract all the particulate, all the physical parts of it. But what we're left with in the kettle is going to be a little soupier as a result of boiling 20% fucking oats. That pump is going to be working its ass off.
Yeah. Crystal Pepsi was amazing. Timothy.
Crystal Pepsi popped.
Yeah.
Dude, it was fucking sick.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. What do you mean? Timothy, what do you mean the DEA?
Crystal Pepsi.
So what?
What?
Crystal Meth.
The fuck is it?
What?
What?
Never mind.
Is that really it?
No, it was a follow-up joke based on the.
Oh, okay. No.
Ah.
Wait, if you're talking about sorry, dude. If you're talking about the DEA, like nothing would surprise me.
Yeah.
That's fair.
They live in a fucking fantasy
Yeah.
world.
I love 7-Up, and Sprite, absolutely love. And they did like this one where it was like made with real sugar cane again.
Yeah.
And it was fucking great.
Hell yeah, it is. Those throwback sodas.
Yeah.
It was fucking dope, man.
Did you return
Mm-mm.
It was basically like it was 7-Up, but it was inverted, so it was green with a more of a lime flavor and caffeinated. I liked it a lot.
That sounds kick-ass.
It was
Oh,
great.
lime, actual lime bitterness.
Yeah,
it sounds
because the whole point
amazing.
was basically, instead of making it a lemon, it was a lime lemon thing.
You remember Spot?
Yeah.
The 7-Up Sega Genesis game?
Yeah, of
Cool
course.
Spot. That shit was great.
Yeah, Ashlon says regular HFCS Coke is too sweet for me too. Exactly. Like that's one of the weird things about it. When I was in Ireland a million years ago, at least at that time, it could be HFCS now, as an industrial input. I mean, obviously it makes sense. But Pepsi was made with beet sugar.
Makes sense.
And it's like, and I really like beets, and so it's like it tastes a little beety. I mean,
Like
I'm
a
not
little
gonna.
like dirty, like dirtish.
It had a little bit of a minerality. I would
Minerality.
say.
That's the word. Yeah. Iron Brew is great.
Did not like it.
Fucking
Well,
It was like
no, it's not for.
Rust.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. Yeah, yeah. There's definitely a rust angle in there. But it was so funny. I was when I was on TikTok. It happened.
God damn it.
But this lady she'd just come out of the drive-through in Scotland
Yeah.
at McDonald's.
Okay.
And Iron Brew, instead of a Coke, Iron Brew is apparently the soda that you get
Sure.
like right from the window.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, Iron Brew, I think, tastes better if you were there and you were eating like a chicken tikka masala sandwich.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's part of this balanced breakfast,
Right.
essentially. It wouldn't surprise me that Iron Brew is made with rusty girders. That explains a lot about the taste.
Like it.
Oh, I like it.
Absolutely. Ethesian, an absolute pleasure. Now, they want the chocolate.
Okay.
This is going to be so fucking good. With the Maris Otter, the oat, and the chocolate malt, we are designing Winter the beverage right here on today's program.
All right. What type of hops flavoring do we want?
Now
for this?
that I don't know yet.
Do we want tobacco and earthy? Right.
Well, here I was going to say. So let's think about Merlin,
Mhm.
right? So tobacco and earthy. I mean, like, I assume that there is conceptual relationships between Gandalf and Merlin.
Yeah.
There has to be, right?
Yeah, I mean, here's
But I don't know. But I'm saying, like, I don't know if he runs around with a pipe. Like, I don't know what his deal is.
not in that, not in the
Yeah.
Gandalfian sense, right? But like, I mean, what's yeah, he lived in a cave, so earthy is good. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
I was gonna say, yeah, at this cavern living, it'd be the best,
Yeah.
right?
I think you're right. Underdog, or no, Timothy. I think we have to go with Fuggles as one of them.
Well, mega.
Woody, earthy,
British.
pleasant, and vegetable. We could also go with Magnum.
Oh, that's a big one, isn't? Oh, Magnum is kind of a cool one for Merlin, right?
Yeah. But it's strong cedar, and floral and citrus.
Yeah. So that's just strong.
Mm-hmm.
Magnum is just a big hop. Set against the chocolate malt, and a lot of that body is coming from the oat and then the Maris Otter. I think cedar might sit real nice inside that as well. Although Fuggles has a lot to like. Something mega herbal, I think, for the last one, just to emphasize the traditional
Sure.
nature of,
Yeah.
magic of the time.
Yeah.
They lived in a world, like, not just in the story, like they lived in a world where you were surrounded by magic all the time.
Oh yeah.
It was normal. Cannabis or opium? EMW wants to know if you've read Kieran Gillen's Once and Future comic series that heavily goes into Arthurian legend, crashing into the modern world.
Hallertau, I think, is a good one.
It sounds like what you like. Yeah.
That's going to be flowery and spicy. I have not EMW.
Floral spicy. Classic noble hop character. Now take a look at that.
Take a look at that.
Oh, yeah. Nethesian, imagine a CSI with wizards. Imagine XCOM with wizards. That's what you should actually do. Look up Tactical Breach Wizards.
What?
Tactical Breach Wizards.
I'm really okay with that.
Heard of that game.
I feel like
I
playing this.
mentioned it. I mentioned it in the post yesterday because the author had come out talking about Unity. So he's been
there's been
making
a lot of-
Tactical Breach Wizards for years
Yep.
on Unity. It's like a 4 or 5 year dev at this point. And here, as they're approaching the end,
Of all things, yeah.
yeah. Now this shit's popping up, but also he has to think about the future. Like his skill set is based on this platform, and so it's like moving away from it has a lot of very serious questions for
Right.
him, his
Sure.
company, the people that work for him. But independent of those things, which I think are very, very important to check out, Tactical Breach Wizards.
God, it sounds amazing.
Tactical Breach Wizards. Here. Now, Ghost.
Yes.
Is there a way for you to play a YouTube video that where the audio is carried through?
The audio should be carried through with AirPlay.
All right.
Really?
We'll look up tactical.
Hold on, out of the HDMI, it actually works.
Tactical Breach Wizard. Holy shit.
Here, you want Act 2.
Act 2?
I think this is the most recent one. Let's see. Okay, so pause and then we'll roll it back.
I have no audio here. Wow.
Oh, yeah, we got audio.
Yeah. So put it on the main screen here. So go back. You're gonna be so pleased.
All right, ready?
Yeah, straight up. Put on the screen.
Okay.
Hit it. Uh-huh.
Breach.
Yeah. He puts
Wizards.
a symbol on the door.
Is that a broom?
Yes.
Hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. He puts I know, right? He puts a sigil on the door and breaches it. And then Jen knocks people out of windows.
So, I love that they're still using guns.
Yeah, absolutely.
This looks great.
Well, here, why not foresee the turn order? Why not foresee what happens next level? Here, let's rewind. Let's do it a different way. We're wizards.
This is really cool.
It is fucking dope. Yeah. Let's barricade the door with some magic.
I love this. It's so ridiculous.
Oh, come on.
What?
Uh-huh. Yeah. How about some different clothes options? Oh, how about we just use the broom to come in through another window? Oh, here's a crazy wall. Right? She's got her cat in the pet carrier. Oh, fuck you. Yeah, why not? Tactical Breach Wizards, motherfuckers.
Wow.
Tactical Breach Wizards. The Goblin Gnome, sometimes it can be bad, right? But what if it's actually as good and funny as it is in this and doesn't get in your way? Now we're talking good.
That's pretty wild. I can't wait to play it.
No, it's all there.
So where did we wind up at that vote? Did you not even turn the vote on?
Oh no, it's already there.
We did.
Yeah, they're looking for the and listen. They want the woody, earthy, pleasant vegetal, and I think it's because he lived in cave. We're good.
Well,
Cave liver.
What was our
Oh. Cave liver.
what was our IBUs? 25, right?
Yes. Oh, Nethesian, yes, teaching. What are you teaching, pal? No. We made a beer for the Discworld enthusiast, and it was quite good. It was Cabo water, right?
Yeah, it was the vine beer.
It was fucking good. It was a classic small village ale. So good.
What was our color?
The color, I think they wanted 40, but I did write it in here. 40. Now, Timothy Bonsi, yes, exactly right. The literal website for Tactical Breach Wizards is wizards.cool. Done.
Okay.
Wow, we have built something amazing here. Now, I mean, all that remains is the name and the yeast. So, I mean, what are our good options? Because we have such a nice build so far.
So we're going to do a British ale yeast, which is going to be fruity, tarty, dry, and crisp, or a British ale 2, which is malty and clean.
So that's going to emphasize. So one of these is fruity, tart, dry, crisp, and then British Ale 2 is going to emphasize a chewy body.
Yep.
You know, with the 20% oat, that could be a very substantial beverage.
Mm-hmm.
So take a look at one of these two, and also in your mind,
In your mind.
in your mind's eye,
Your mind.
start considering what you think a
Merlin beer should be called.
Merlin beer should be called. Right? Start to think about branding.
Yep. Merlin's going out in the world.
Yeah. Oh, everyone remember XCOM with Wizards for next week's theme. Now that, Tactical Breach Wizards going down the pub.
Oh, that would be great on the Steam Deck.
Oh, yeah. There's so much is, dude. I've been living on it. I have gone fucking nuts on Steam Deck shit. Did you bring your Steam Deck
No.
on your trip?
No.
So this is what I have set up for Oz. Okay? I have a very small
Skill set.
metal. Yep. No, unfortunately. Everybody wants me to do shit. The deck right here rests on a metal tray with fans built in. It has a USB-C built into it that plugs into the top of the Steam Deck.
Okay.
The back of this thing has RJ45 for wired internet, right?
Uh-huh.
It's got
Oh,
more
the dock?
USB-C. There's so many docks out there for the Steam Deck,
yeah.
right?
I haven't looked. Like, I only saw the.
I'll show you a couple.
I've only seen the original dock that they put out, that Valve put out. I haven't seen any like.
People do not dislike that one, but the space is full of about 4 or 5 really solid third-party contenders.
Right.
So there's that, and I didn't understand how easy it was to put that fucking thing into the desktop mode. Like in my mind, I was like,
it's stupid.
I'm gonna have to fuck with this forever. I'm gonna have to get Windows on here. I'm gonna have to use Ghost Spider
No, it's
or
press
some
button.
fucking thing. Hold button down, choose menu. And then it basically goes into a Linux desktop,
Yeah.
right? And they just improved performance by 10, 15% in all games with the beta branch of the Steam Deck OS. Like they just cranked up, just software changes made it better, right?
That's crazy.
So I also do have a Bluetooth keyboard
Ooh, fun.
here. British Ale 2. We love it. I have a keyboard that has a little trackpad on the right side, folds up, very nice. From the USB-C on the back of this this dock, I did get an external monitor, but that's because I need one for my computer upstairs.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I think I'm not sure you can have just one monitor anymore. I think that it has to be 2.
Yeah.
I think you
Or you just get one big one, one of the wide.
you could. But for chat or for Spotify or for email, I'm not sure computing is a one-screen thing anymore. Even if you're using your main computer, you have your phone here. I mean, it's always happening.
Yeah.
So basically what it means is that I set this thing up on here and then I'm typing on a HDR monitor, and these things in aggregate were about $130.
That's awesome.
I did not know where the state of play was on these fucking external monitors now.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. There's
It's
one.
a tab.
There's one for the Surface that
It folds out.
Yeah, you put one. There's one
Yes!
here and here. It's like they're like for the business warrior. Like the
Okay.
commercial is out of fucking
You need
control.
to stop.
I'm like, wow, calm down, guys. You gave me 2 small extra monitors. I get it.
Exactly. Now, British Ale 2, we're looking for the rich malt body. So this is essentially a beast. Between the Maris Otter, the oats, and the Choco,
Yep.
which is where we ended up, right?
Yep.
That yeast is going to turn this into fucking dinner. This is dinner. Like imagine the stew you could make with this shit.
Oh,
We should honestly bring it back and make dinner with it.
yeah, with a corned beef.
Corned beef, big potatoes, carrots. Right here. So that being said, now gathered throng, it is time to choose a name for the Merlin beer. And I know, Peril. God bless you, pal. I missed you. But we are naming our Merlin beverage even now.
Cambion of Cameloat. Nice.
Bibbidi bobbidi brew.
Ooh, nice. I like that.
Smooth.
Wizard stew, beard wetter. Yeah.
Merlin's Merc. Orb Ponderer. Oh no, it's okay, pal. It's all right. Hot Squirrel, that JPEG. Codra. Goblinome Bruid.
Ooh, nice.
Are you for real?
That's great.
Cameloat.
Nice.
Just exquisite.
Beardania. Nice.
Stygian Spell. Hey, Codra, it's nobody's in trouble. It's fine.
Huh?
Okay. Apologize, man. Merlin's Maris Odor. You nerd. Lady of the Slake.
Ooh, damn.
Aelvalon.
Nice. Dark Ale of Camelot. Nice. Merlin's Magic Missile. Yeah.
All kinds of solid product here. I love what I'm seeing. Obviously, also good.
Caliber.
Haute Merle Stout.
Nice.
Oh yeah. I think it was Albion. Yeah. I was Dark Age of Camelot. I played the fuck out of,
Oh, okay.
and I was Albion for sure.
Yeah.
Potent Portent. That's cute. Remnants, yeah. Okay, now Britannia, for sure. I'm loving it. All right. I think that I have got now one of these names is a combo pack, but it's fine. We're gonna hit it here. I mean, obviously, over. Look at that. Take a look. Wizard of the Round Kettle, Timothy. We love it. We love it. But the vote's already up.
Ooh, Wizard of the Round Kettle. Nice.
War Tent. Ooh. Now, I listen, I saw what you did.
Yeah.
And I liked
that's
it.
Good. I do love, yeah.
I think, listen,
these are all great names.
I think that having moved through
Yeah.
the second one here.
Second? I think that's third.
No. This one had been too warm. It had rested perhaps too long.
Okay.
But no, Brood Lord is where it's at.
Yeah.
I think that could
It was a good
For the sour, like for the person who is not yet
a
conversant
super
in sours,
enthusiast, yeah.
I think it might actually, for the enthusiasts, this is going to kick their ass. They're going to love it. I think that you could taste this and sort of like
It's a good gateway.
see where it's at,
Yeah.
right? Have we made a braggot? We have designed one, but I'm not sure that we ended up actually making
Yeah, I
it.
don't know if we ever made it, actually. It's a good question.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a gobble exactly. Like in my mind, when it comes to naming, a lot of times I just try to picture it on the. A lot of times I try to picture it
Oh, on
the label, right? And
can, yeah.
it's always working here. Yeah, Wizbla's exactly right. It's very, very high quality. The yeast choice is from Y yeast, I believe so. That's a very common yeast. Oh! Timothy Bonsi wants to make this bad boy. You want to show him the sauce?
Sure.
All right. Well, listen, we can go ahead and name that bad boy Bruid of Cameloat. So yeah, if you were trying to put together one of these bad boys, in the home. No, that works for me. Well, yeah, I mean, it's the there's the candid photo of the wizard in the embarrassing situation. I can see an outhouse with a novel symbol set, perhaps carved into the door. No, Timothy, an absolute pleasure. Now listen, so it would appear, and obviously it's no great surprise to us, it would appear that we have succeeded in yet again manufacturing a completely original product, one that I think is going to be a great comfort as we head into fall and winter times. It's going to work to soothe the human spirit. It'll also serve as a kind of liquid bread because it's going to have a real big chew between that yeast and the 20% oats. So no lunch that day. It's just going to be the beverage. Now, listen to this. We're going to revamp this context. We're going to bring in our paints, etc., and we're going to start doing some work for our Black Remnant program. We're going to paint for a few hours and get some more, opposing force, occasionally friends. And it might be fun to, because you also have the Seven Samurai models, right? So there's probably some work to be done on these gents as well.
Those are all from the original ones you painted.
Oh, they're from the original box. Okay, a bunch of that's so nice because I had a great time painting those guys. Yeah. So they'll look great out there.
Oh yeah,
they're already dialed in. But whatever our off-war situation is, and also these mysterious chrome hound gentlemen, if we can just elevate them a little bit, they'll be it'll be so much more fun. Like that's one of the things I think about BattleTech that is especially fun because we play a lot of war games, right? Not since Metal King Studios Relic Blade have I had so much fun painting a model.
Yeah, exactly.
The BattleTech model, and again, I'm going to do a tiny bit of work if there's any flash or something like that, but they're just ready to prime and paint. It's like a fucking vacation compared to what we typically get up to, right? And the fun thing about that is that it doesn't mean that there's a ceiling on how good it can look. Like you can make something look good easy,
yeah.
But when Kiko addresses one of those tiny models, it's dumb. It gets done fast.
Talk about it. It looks
right?
Cool.
Anyway, so let us
So
hold
good.
let us hold that beloved gentleman in our mind, and we'll try to inspire him
because
today.
I just it's a weight. I'm like,
yeah, but he loves us and he wants us to be happy. It'll be fun.
I know.
Now,
I know.
Gather Ed friends. We're going to reconfigure here now. Gaddis Douse. Now, typically we have our producer Josh in the studio, but Josh came down with something yucky. Last night he was fine.
Yeah.
This morning, yucky. So what we'll be doing today, this afternoon, is painting up Op4 models for the Black Remnant stream, talking Black Remnant, talking Wargame broadly, It's going to be a super, super good time either way.
Mm-hmm.
But next week, Josh should be feeling better. Black Remnant back at it. Had super, super good conversations with Catalyst. Spent a lot of time at the Catalyst booth over the most recent PAX West. And obviously, we have a lot to say about the fun stuff that we were able to get up to over there. We can talk, I think, in a very detailed way about their automated AI-driven deck from the creator of Heroes of the Artillery Cluster. Very, very cool stuff. But anyway, yeah. So how long do you think, Ghost?
Probably 10 minutes max.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I mean, all we do is bring in the
The mats.
the mats, and we're basically done.
5-10 minutes. It's going to be easy. We'll throw it over to the waiting screen, and then we'll be back with you in just a second. Don't go nowhere. Yeah. Nethesian Ghost knows his business. Right here. Now, Ghost, do you know how to make the machinery of the universe maneuver in a way that is believable?
Yes.
You have what it takes?
I believe so.
Holy crap, do it.
Huh!